Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please like and subscribe. But ignore my makeup, I was just bored. But pretty much this is gonna be the story of my first kiss, if I can remember the details, because that shit was like 7 years ago at this point. So let's get right into it. Pretty much at the time, I think it was my first year of college. I was young and I was stupid, whatever. I wasn't really worried about like meeting guys, talking to guys, because I didn't talk to any guys in high school because I was just like, these guys aren't worth my time at all, right? So I didn't talk to guys in high school. And then in college, didn't really talk to guys because I went to a community college, okay? I went to class and I went home. There's no after school stuff. There's no sitting on the lawn. None of that, okay? So then I met this one guy. He was dating my friend at the time. It was like this little Asian girl that I knew from high school, right? So her and this guy are dating. And then he introduced me to one of his friends, and I thought he was like cute, blah blah, because I'm into ugly guys, bro. But this guy was ugly as fuck. But so now looking back at it, I regret it because he was ugly as fuck. But anyways, I was hanging out with that guy for a while. We did have like, actually no, we didn't have classes together because I think he was like a year above me, right? And community college is only 2 years, so he was in his second year, I was in my first year. And then the girl, my friend, and her boyfriend were in our first year too. I would hang out with that guy after class because his house was maybe like 10 minutes down the road, whereas mine was 30 minutes away. So if I had like 2 hour break in between my classes, I'm not about to drive all the way home, all the way back, because that's just wasting time at that point. And I didn't want to stay at the campus, right? So luckily his house was super close. So I would drive to his house, I would follow him there. We would either pick up something on the way. It would either be like Wendy's or Chick-fil-A, talk about anything in the area, right? We would go to his house, we would chill, we would watch Rick and Morty. That's one thing that I vividly remember, okay? I went to his house, we watched Rick and Morty. His house was like pretty cool. His parents were never home because they were at work during that time, considering our classes were at literally like, noon and like 1 p.m., that type of thing. So we would literally just chill the whole day. He gave me a house tour the first time I went. He was really nice about it, being a gentleman, blah, blah, blah. And of course, me, I was impressed by that because, usually whenever I go to guys' houses, I'm like, oh, house tour. Like I say it in a jokingly way. So the fact that he actually did it before I said that, I was like, ooh, okay. So he was like, yeah, so this is the bathroom, this is my parents' room, kitchen, blah, blah, blah. He was like showing me around. And then like the way that the house was set up was kind of different because he didn't really have like an actual room. It was like this little secret room that was in like a different area of the house, and that was like his chill spot, okay? And his mattress was on the floor. I should have seen that as a red flag because that's kind of weird. Like, where's your bed frame? Where's all your pillows? Where's the organization? And but I don't even know. I forget how old I was. Like 17? 17? I'm pretty sure I was 17. We would chill in the bed. It was like basically a Netflix and chill type of situation, but like we weren't doing anything because I've never done anything with a guy at that point, so I'm not about to be being a freak in the sheets or any of that stuff. And it was like really awkward because I did want my first kiss to be romantic because I'm a hopeless romantic. So I was like, oh yes, it's gonna happen on a date at the park under the stars. No, okay, it was in this ugly man's room. It was like really awkward because it was got to that point where we were talking and hanging out for like maybe 2 months, I think. And kudos to him for even lasting that long without thinking about it. Or technically, I'm sure he was thinking about it, but he knew the type of person I was. So he didn't bring up any of that stuff until 2 months after, because technically we're still friends. And then he was like, yeah, so, and he was asking me questions about my life and stuff. And then he asked me like if I had my first kiss yet, if I've been in a relationship. And I was like, no, haven't done anything. I'm literally like a super virgin, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And then he started getting like cocky to the point where he's thinking like, oh, I'm going to take this girl's virginity, blah, 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 like that. And I don't know, it wasn't given that because like part of me in my mind is like I could think about like kissing him maybe because we're friends, but at the same point I couldn't think about like doing anything sexual with him. Like I just wasn't like extremely turned on by him, okay? That's not the guy who I was like, yes, like I want him to take my virginity, okay? So he was like, oh yeah, so we should like do your first kiss now and just get it out the way. And I was like, okay. Like, of course, I'm like all shy and innocent and shit. And I'm just like agreeing with whatever he says. And it got to the point where we were just sitting and chilling. He was like, okay, so this is how you're gonna go. You're gonna turn your head like this, and then we're gonna go in. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and obviously seen movies, and you know, that was back when I was a weirdo, and I used to like Google tutorials on how to like French kiss and stuff, so I would know how to be ready. Whole time those tutorials don't even help. So then like we went in for the kiss, and it was like extremely awkward, and it it was the worst kiss of my life. Okay. Okay, so it was like I was expecting something different. I was like, this is gonna be like the movies, whatever. And he came at me, and his mouth was open, bro. When I tell you, it was like his mouth was open. Okay, and I'm just sitting there like he's coming at me with an open mouth, and I'm just there like okay. And then I close my eyes to go in for the kiss, and then it's like awkward because I thought we were just gonna do like one simple kiss, right? But he's trying to like full on make out. And I'm thinking like, whoa, dude, I'm still on level 1. Okay. So then he goes in, and he's like basically smushing his face against mine. He's like trying to make out, and I'm just there like, huh? And then I open my eyes, which was a mistake, right? So I open my eyes like mid make out, and this man's eyes are already open. Okay. Like his eyes, I don't know if they were open the whole damn time, or if he just happened to open them the same second that I did. But I opened my eyes, and his eyes are staring right at mine, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? Like his eyes were open. Like I didn't know people open their eyes during kissing. Like, so that scared me. And that's when I just like had to stop it, and I like pulled away. And then he was like, yeah, that was like a really good kiss. Like that was really good for your first try. And I'm like, boy, I did not even do anything. I'm there trying like gasping for air because he's like stuck in my face and like trying to put his tongue in my throat. I'm like, bro, I didn't even do anything. How was that the one of the best kisses you ever had? You know, because he was calling me a natural and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because I have big lips. Automatically, that puts me ahead of the game or whatever. But I don't know, it was a mess. And then he basically became obsessed after me, and then his friend became interested in me, you know, my friend's boyfriend. He started having a crush on. It's a whole nother story. Okay, I'm gonna have to do another story time on that. But pretty much that was the story of my first kiss. It was fucking terrible. It was like what I imagine kissing a dog would be like, you know, like when there's white people be making out with their dogs and letting the dog lick their face. That's how it felt. Okay. And I don't know how they be doing that with their dogs. I can't even do it with a damn human. Okay. But that was a story about my first kiss. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.